we're approaching the thing from a whole nother route and just being an embodiment of that. You know what I'm saying? They'll be able to carry out and see, oh, their parents or my parents is a little bit different and a little bit more strange.
I think that's why you liked me so much, babe, when we first, started talking. I feel like
Why?
you needed a little, what they said in that song, what Megan Thee Stallion said in that song, ratchet, bougie, classy, whatever the hell she said.
Uh,
I
yeah.
think you needed a little bit of that.
I sure didn't know you had it. Shit, I still hear. I sure did. Because that proper voice, you fooled the hell out of me, boy.
I do not have a proper voice. I have a
What?
regular voice.
Hold on. Put it in the chat. One, if she has a regular voice. Two, if she has a proper voice. One, if she has a regular voice. Two, if she has a proper voice. We
My
definitely
voice
know you
is
don't got a
definitely
hood
regular.
voice, so we're not going to even vote on that. One, regular. Two, proper. And nothing wrong with proper. Why everybody? What's wrong with proper? God dang.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you like that part that you feel like is proper. I feel like it's just regular, right?
Wait.
But you like that, and then when you met my family, you was like, "Oh shit."
Oh, I fit right in with them. They already know. Oh, y'all play? Okay, let's do it. Shit, take shots. Come on, what's up? You feel me? So it was all good. It was like I was at home because that's what I was always the cousin. You feel me? The strange alien cousin going to the family reunions and shit. I was the best man in 4 weddings. By the time before I was goddamn 28. You feel me? I had to get rid of all my partners and shit though. Vash put a 1. CC put a 1. Violin girl put a 1. Ike put 1.5.
One is regular or proper.
1 is regular. Cash put a 0.5. So I don't know what 0.5 actually means. That means you're a damn near hood. Oh, the Cash must be saying, shit, you damn near leaning into the hood voice.
Cash can hear the Houston.
Cash, you can hear the Houston.
That's what he can do.
Hey, no, she 1.5 because the thing, like, you know what I'm saying? She got that Houston flavor. And yeah, she still got that, hey guys, how we doing? It's like, you can tell she been around, like, she been coaching and stuff like this. So you can tell she can deal with kids very easily. So that's what it be.
Yeah, yeah. Barbara put a 1. Jarvo put a 1. That 1 point. So y'all do me real quick. Because I feel like I'm proper.
See, you were just so used to being around hood shit that a woman with a regular lingo and voice, like I'm not around here calling you bruh or whatever people say, like bro, like whatever. Like you were just so used to hood shit that when you met a woman that just spoke regular English, you know.
What y'all do me real quick. So one
You are
if
not proper. I'm
wait,
sorry, you're not proper.
1 if I'm regular, 2 if I'm proper, 3 if I'm
Three, you
hood.
hood as
3 if
hell.
I'm hood. 1 regular. Hell nah, y'all tripping in this bitch. There you go,
Both
Bash.
of y'all
Thank
kind
you.
of proper, bro. It's just y'all use slang, but y'all ain't got no twang to where like people in the hood just you can't understand them. You guys pronunciate your words
Exactly.
different.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I
But
say I'm
both of y'all
proper.
use slang, but y'all ain't on here saying finna and ain'ta, and you know what I mean. Y'all ain't doing all that, but both of y'all kind of proper, bro. To be honest with
That's what I just said, and I'm excited about being proper. Cece said I'm a
you.
3.
Yes,
That's
you ain't
hood.
saying proper, but
Prop.
I'm excited. I'm excited about being proper.
Yeah, see, I'm not doing that. That's what I'm saying. See what I'm saying? That's different. Barbara put a 3. Damn, I didn't know I sound hood. That's crazy. Bash put a 1. Kwame put a 3. Of course, Kwame gonna put a 3 because he here is a whole different. Of course, he gonna put a 3. You feel me? Violet girl put 2.5. I respect that 2.5. You feel me? Ike said I sound like I'm from the country, Beaumont. I'm that goddamn what was that ball player? What was his name? Kendrick Perkins looking ass. And then Jarvo said I'm a merger of all 3. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Code switch with the best of them, boy. Y'all tripping in this hole. All right, here we go. Y'all know we got to talk about it, man. We got to talk about it. We got to talk about it. So y'all know the LA fires thing happened. So let me play this video real quick and we'll dive deep into the symbology of these LA fires and what's actually happening in the fold. And, you know, we want to also have compassion and show love to the family that's dealing with the LA fires. So our sister Imani is dealing with it. Her whole family lost their homes because they were in that area or whatever. So we wanted to show some love, some light to them and anybody else that's dealing with the LA fires during this particular time. But right now we're going to go into a spiritual gnosis about it and really just give y'all the metaphysical breakdown of why it's happening in this 9-year, right on the 9-year too. Crazy.
Good afternoon. The scale of death and disaster across Los Angeles is growing by the hour. At least 7 people confirmed killed across the city, as many as 10,000 buildings destroyed. When firefighters take one step forward in the fight, those so-called Santa Ana devil winds pick up and send them 2 steps back with a new inferno.
Santa Ana devil winds. God damn. She said a lot right
Igniting
there.
today. Isabel Mullen joins us live from the fireground in LA. Izzy, 180,000 people remain displaced, ordered out of their homes. Is there any indication when they'll be able to return?
Yes, good afternoon, Amber. It really depends where you are in Los Angeles tonight. That Kenneth fire near Calabasas, which erupted this afternoon, sparking those evacuation warnings, has just been downgraded, so people no longer need to evacuate there. If you're in Runyon around Hollywood Hills, people returned home this morning. That was a relief for many tourists and celebrities in that area. But tonight in Altadena, rather, the Eaton fire, which we've been covering extensively, there's just far too much damage. There's plenty of smoke around, which you can probably see, and people haven't yet been able to drive their cars back in. Plenty of people returning to their properties on foot just to assess the damage, but it's still being deemed too dangerous for people.
Okay, so y'all been hearing the news, y'all been seeing the sights, and you know, I want the family's opinions or thoughts on this LA fires, if y'all have any, what it means spiritually, you know what I'm saying, what it even means physically. Is this a government thing that happened, or is it just, you know, spirit showing us something else? Anybody want to jump out there first? Oh, go ahead, Ike. What you
I can start. It's a bit conspiratorial, but somebody was saying it's like they're doing it ahead of the 2026 Olympics to rebuild LA, get it ready to be a smart city. Usher that in and stuff, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah, I just seen I didn't click on it. It said something Billy Carson was a video that pulled up. It said they trying to make the land cheap or some shit like that, or something like that. They're trying to buy the land or make it cheap to buy and purchase. 180,000 homes. Now, when I first heard about this story, I didn't know it was that big of an impact. I didn't realize. I'm like, wow, that's really interesting. So,
I thought, sorry.
Oh, go ahead. I get it in.
My friend sent me a clip. It was this man going around. It was on camera. He was like burning these mansions, and so he got arrested. Somebody called the cops on him.
He was burning mansions.
Yeah, in this one community.
Yeah. So I seen a clip with somebody stuck in a house. It was fire all around them. I didn't really realize the severity of it because, you know, you always hear about LA fires or whatever and all of that. But now that I'm seeing the impact of it, you know, this is something a little bit deeper that is speaking to a nation or a world of people. I do like the theory you're saying, Ike, with the smart city, because the Olympics 2028, you know, we was talking about it the other day. It's like, damn, how they gonna get the Olympics in LA? That shit is a busy place to be. You feel me? So
I think, man, you want to talk about spiritual implications, right?
Yeah.
Because you got the biblical people doing their thing, and heard Farrakhan say some shit about how God cleanses and all that. All that stuff is easy to say. But what we know about this thing of ours is we're all just God trying to see himself in the mirror, pretty much. And that's the whole experience from what I gather. And right now it just feels as if the collective consciousness just wants some type of, like, it want to see something. Like it's tired of being in the same rut of things. So you have to have some type of catalyst that is going to cause a big shift. And this is the big shift that like nobody wants to like admit it, but everybody wants to see this. And I'm not saying that it's good or bad. What I'm saying is it's like an excitement in the air that finally something's happening. And it's sad that it has to be like this, but I just feel like as far as the consciousness and the spirituality of things, it all has to do with the shift into Aquarianism.
Yeah.
The Pisces, like the fact that it's everything all at once. It's the fact that we could be being attacked by other countries, and they're emboldened enough to like come over here and start shit. All of the problems from the politics and the shit that we've let go on so long have now come to a head, and they're affecting us. All of the people in Hollywood, all the shit that they've been doing, all that shit is like finally being discovered, and we don't know what it. All those things could be a reason behind these fires and the coldness over here and the snow that's in fucking Atlanta and the top of Florida. Like, we really don't know, because all we have to go off of is what people tell us. So to the spiritual people that go inside, like for me, that's all I could find. It's change coming, and
Yep.
it's not anything that is going to be apocalyptic. It's only apocalyptic to people who are over grounded.
Yeah.
When you look at the whole of things, like, man, like last year, and this is kind of going into last year too, this fire thing, but every single side of the country had their devastation last year, to the point where no matter how much it already happened, we didn't have hurricanes in Florida forever, but that shit stretched up into a point where people was like, oh, the government ain't doing nothing. And then the government still sending money, like even now, mind you, the government is taking care of 100%. This is what Biden said, they're taking care of 100% of the cost. I don't know what that means, the houses or anything, but he said they're taking care of 100% of the cost. But the man, right, while the shit burning, stick 500 million to Ukraine, like everything is coming to, everybody's looking at this, the world and the way it's being ran, and it's like, it seems like, man, I just respect to anybody who's been affected by it, but I can just tell that everybody is ready for some type of change.
Yeah. No, that's good, Morris. It's,
like people on the other side of the country is fucked up, bro, but they are like, oh, they rich, you know, who give a fuck about it. I'm looking at the scope of the people. People are fucking cheering on the dude who killed another man. I'm like, wow, like the consciousness has gotten fed up with something.
Yeah, no, that's good, Morris. You kind of leaning into where I'm going with it. Essentially, you know, and this might sound whatever, 10 people transition. I think it might be 9. And I was telling D-Ray this yesterday. I said, okay, all them homes that burnt up, you know, that's just the material, right? All of this stuff is going to burn away anyway one day. One day there's going to be no recollection of Dream Wise. You feel me? The land you think you own, somebody will be squatting on it. The house you think you're in, that thing is going to be over with one day regardless, right? So, you know, removing that emotionalism of, you know, damn, I have my grandma pictures and everything and that, and my teddy bears and all of that. And, you know, hey, it's fucked up. You know, people want to keep their stuff and have their whatever, right? And obviously we wouldn't want that to happen to us, right? But now what I'm looking at it and what I'm getting from spirit is that when you just look at it symbolically, you understand that this is about passion, right? This is about ushering in this passion economy and moving with your heart, moving with adventure. So as fire being the passion, right? And Los Angeles is, you know, the city of angels. These angels are just showing you symbolically, these angles of light are just showing you symbolically why Kendrick Lamar is at the forefront of last year and ushering into this year. You feel me? Because right now, it's about creativity. Can you put some stuff down and move and get in motion to have an adventure for yourself? Have an adventure for yourself. This don't have nothing to do with money, a job opportunity, you being famous or whatever. This has everything to do with you living out a particular adventure. The end. So now, what are you passionate about, right? Coming into this 9 year to usher into the 1 year, 2026, that you can see yourself doing, right? And get out of survival mode and get into the thriving mode, get into the, okay, let me see if I can, let's have some fun with this thing while I'm here on earth. You feel me? Because the moments are what actually shines bright. None of this other stuff matters. It's about you living out a particular adventure in a specific journey that's going to push another level of consciousness and another level of enlightenment into your mind, right? That brings you closer and closer to God. So that's how I see it. You know what I'm saying? I see it as a start for the 9 year to give the family that can see with their keen eye that the understanding of, you know, and this might sound cruel too. That Hollywood stuff, some of these celebrities or whatever, the house got burnt down. Their energy was fake. They wasn't really that creative. They didn't really have that talent, whatever, right? So now that we're moving into a more space of letting your light shine bright, right? And letting your passions dictate how you move, that's going to be the key to going into 2026. Yes, sir. Y'all got anything, D-Ray, Pacho, what y'all got?
I mean, I don't know much about it, but from what I just saw, I'm just seeing it as, I think people need to start understanding, like you said with Hollywood, because I'm looking at the map and it looks to be like more so by like Malibu, which is like more so like upper class, da da da. So for me, I guess I'm just seeing it like there's going to be retribution, and when you live in certain neighborhoods, so it's the same way if you live in like New York City, there's certain energies that, just basically we know what it is. It's going to be around a neighborhood. And also in terms of what I think on a, like on a more human level, it's like no one's invincible. And I think what's going to happen a lot, which is what for me, I'm just like, I really hope people start tapping into from what you're saying with the creativity, because this is essentially the solution. We're living by a lot of outdated framework, a lot of outdated source of material. And the people who are even propped up to be those that have it somewhat figured out, have it being successful, you can't outsmart Mother Nature, basically. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of things of places where people are living where you're going to have to move. If they want to call it climate change, whatever it is, but a lot of these man-made things, a lot of the way that we've been living as a collective, it's starting to have effects. You know what I mean? Like this is going all the way back. I don't think people really think about how much of your everyday life or modern day society is predicated on the past. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning like just the 1950s, people think, oh, we're using smartphones, da da da, but a lot of the social customs, everything we do, how government moves, blah, 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 it's based off old paradigms. So definitely fire is one of the biggest things to get people to shift. And, even if it is they're trying to make way for land, I kind of don't see that, because I'm just kind of like, the land over there is already a certain amount anyway. You know what I mean? I don't think it's going to go down. But I mean, maybe it brings in jobs in terms of rebuilding for people. I don't know. But yeah, that's just the most I see it as.
I'll tell y'all another. I see what you're saying too, and you were right with the whole Malibu thing and a certain type of person. It makes me think about, ma'am, I don't know what's happening. Just wait. I think about when you brought up Malibu. I thought about that old movie Malibu's Most Wanted. That was a classic, a funny classic. But yeah, Beyonce's mom, Tina Knowles, actually posted a picture on Instagram of her saying her Malibu beachfront home, has been burned away. She posted a video of when she was sitting on the balcony at her home watching the dolphins. Okay, beautiful. And I think some of the other places around LA are just kind of like collateral damage. So my good sis Iman, her family home burnt down. Every school she went to when she was growing up in LA burnt down. All of her families and close relatives' homes burnt down. And she basically she told me she actually had a premonition about it last week that this was going to happen. All in all, when I see the fires, I see hell, right? This what we were taught biblically hell was to look like and be. And that's what I see. So I think there is also definitely some sort of spiritual implications to it as well. Like I could only imagine being surrounded by fire, especially growing up with that with that type of programming, that if you don't follow these specific laws or commandments or whatever, you shall burn in fire. So I think that's another thing. And of course, that is all metaphorical, right? It's not literal, but I think there is something to that. I know the good brother, Minister Jew, made a video. I wonder if anybody watched his video because he made a video talking about it. And I would be interested to hear his
I didn't
perspective.
get a chance to see it. I wanted to see if Jew. Damn, I know Jew probably.
Yeah, because he's going to come at it from a biblical perspective, which is going to be a biblical perspective, but not a religious one. So you have a lot of people who use this as an opportunity to say, okay, if we look at Revelations and we look at these symbols of that identify what time we are in, that's one perspective. But obviously, there's always a deeper meaning to the.
Well, that whole Revelations and the end of the world stuff is, we got to remember, like, you're in your own world. So a lot of that stuff is just an inside journey of the end of your world that you knew. If you are going into a space of doing the work, you feel me? So a lot of times.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Pacho.
Yeah, sorry to cut you, but I was just gonna say, like, did it hit like inner cities? Because obviously I don't want to put I think you said her name's Iman. I don't want to put like her location on blast, but did it hit like black neighborhoods? Like, I'm a little confused.
Downtown LA ain't really get hit yet, but it's like it's coming that way. But all affluent, it's like 6 affluent neighborhoods.
That's what because when I'm looking at the map, that's what I'm seeing. So to me, again, it just seems like,
right.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of exploitation that allowed for people to purchase what's over there. So,
land that's not supposed to be lived on, type thing. Like it's they're in the hills and everything. That it's the kind of the same feel to me that people have for the people in the Carolinas. Like you're living up in the mountains. They're living up in the hills with these winding roads, and you're buying this landscape that you've been told, if this was to happen, like an earthquake or something was to happen and you guys had to evacuate, these are all the things that like everybody knew would happen. And I'm not saying they deserve it, but and then on top of that too, like what you said, Pacho, it's all of the affluent. It's weird that it's nothing but the rich neighborhoods that are being set on fire. So like for it to be called natural and biblical, like this is chaos from us. This is something from the consciousness and from the people, whether it's the other countries getting tired of us and it's terrorists setting these fires, or the kids is just getting tired of the people in Hollywood or the people, the homeless people, whoever. It's some type of unrest. And also to what D-Ray was saying, like as far as it kind of being biblical based, like Sodom and Gomorrah, like they haven't been following the rules. None of us have. So the devastation that everybody's experiencing is your own consciousness. It's really your guilt paying you back, because if you are not looking at this like it's promising or like it's cleansing, and then there's no way to look at that way if you've been affected directly. Let me just get there. The psychology of that, I wouldn't understand you being happy if all your family stuff burnt down.
Shit, I seen New Orleans people when that Katrina hit. Niggas came to the H. They had that shit. I ain't had nothing anyway. Shit, I'm good. Now I'm about to really start. I'm reset.
That was mad, bro. Because they came to Florida too, and like them people was displaced, bro. Like the people, like them some strong people, bro. All these people are very, very like the strength of the people is going to be tested, and you're going to have to show and prove. And it's just time, in my opinion, for everybody to experience some type of hardship. And I mean, I hate that people have to go through this, but it's like, you can't just keep going at the same rate. There has to be some type of catalyst and chaos. before the change comes about, and before people get the realization of togetherness and this oneness that is going to come upon the world. We're going to have to work together. We're going to have to stop committing these atrocities and these crimes and all of this deviance, this pedophilia, and the women and the men just fighting and infighting, and the sex. Like, all that stuff has to come to rest for spirituality to prevail in any type of fashion.
Yeah. The affluent piece that Pacha was talking about, them 6 neighborhoods y'all are talking about, shit, y'all know affluent people, they not serving themselves. So y'all already know, in every affluent area you're gonna see the hood somewhere, or there's gonna be apartments or something around so niggas can get to work. So they also got affected too. You feel me? They said 180,000 homes got affected. Now, if they're putting the spotlight,
$55 billion in damage so far, and it's zero containment. It is still going. They're thinking that downtown LA is going to get. It's already affected. Like, however it can get affected, downtown LA is packed. The streets are packed with looters and people. There are not enough emergency responders for anything. Like, they're using prisoners as firefighters. Like, we're talking about complete chaos that has been caused in that area.
Yeah, it's interesting because, like, damn, what? How? What?
Fire hydrants don't work. Water's out. We're talking about schools burnt down. We're talking about, like, taking months to build a house, months to build, years to build a school. And they're all gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're talking about people that have multiple houses and this, that, but it ain't that easy, bro, to just, oh yeah, I got the money to rebuild it. People think just because these people rich or these people got $2 million houses, they don't work. Like, a lot of these people, the majority of these people that has that money, they're not all actors. They're doctors that went to school and did the right thing. Like, a lot of people who, so quote unquote, didn't deserve this have been affected.
Yeah, and even if they were actors, shit, it's hard to act. That should take us some time. You got to go get up, act for a day, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Just because the bag is kind of sweet. Well, sometimes the bag is sweet, sometimes it's not. But shit, whatever you do to bring forth that kind of energy, materialize that energy, you did something right. You feel me? Whether you 304 your way to the top or not. You feel me? Speaking of 304,
you sacrifice something, boy, for real.
Speaking of 304, let's move on to the next thing. And yeah, shout out to all my LA family, because at the end of the day, right, we want to have compassion for the physical and the human. You feel me? Because at the same time, like, I wouldn't want to go through that, even if there was something on the other side of the rainbow that's going to bring forth another level of God. You feel me? But there's a movie that came out back in the day. It was called Escape LA. I remember that. We did the decode in it when coronavirus was happening. Escape LA. It was a movie made in the 90s. And it had fire in it. We had decoded it with the Kobe thing. So that come to mind, like, Joe Rogan and all these people had already kind of got out of LA just based off of they wasn't into that, the glamour thing as heavy as these LA people took their mind to, right? Because it started to become like, a front on people show or a fake show. You feel me? So I just want to encourage the family, if you are out there, you know what I'm saying, we send in love and light to you. And then also just understand that the material does go away, right? And, and at the same time, at the end of the day, when you find light in specific things that might deem as darkness, that might deem as woe is me and what I'm going to do now, essentially what happens is you become something stronger, and something else becomes even grander for you. Like, a lot of these people might move, and their lifestyle might be so much more freeing because they was working a job that didn't serve them in LA, just paying their high bills and taxes and stuff like that just to survive. You feel me? So sometimes spirit might kick something in to kick people out of an area where the matrix is trying to make it something else. You feel me? You see all the people leaving LA, all the people leaving New York. Well, there's a sign for, follow the drip, follow the drip.